full tang, hidden tang, through tang, or takedown. Today, we're talking about takedowns. So, what is a takedown? Essentially, it's a removable handle. And the benefits of this are simple. You can remove the handle for maintaining, cleaning your knife. If you're working your knife on a whetstone, you can remove the handle and not be concerned about damaging the beautiful front bolsters on your pride and joy. Apart from that, the takedown essentially offers the craftsperson a highly repeatable process for them to fit their handles. And the result of that is higher quality and more consistent quality in terms of the handles. Also, it means that they are interchangeable, so it's possible to order a high-performance kitchen knife like this and multiple handles in different materials so that you can change up the style of your knife as time goes by. There's various different types of takedowns. Most of them are essentially a through tang with a threaded rod attached to the end of the tang with a screw in the back of the handle, like this one, and this one. There are slight variations between these different types. The Oliver Märtens handles, the screw fixes into a dowel that's running through the center of the handle, and the tang has a unique shape to it which affixes to the dowel with that screw. So he has a variety of different designs with that. Here is a version with a integral bolster. It's essentially the same design otherwise. Apart from that, there is also fixed with a pin, which is a tapered pin that either runs through the side of the handle into a brass plate inlaid into the tang, as is the case with this Oatly knife here. And then the handle slots over and the pin goes into the side here. Another version I've seen, which we don't have in the shop at the moment, but is a through tang with a slot in at the end of the tang and the tang end of the handle block, and is fixed with a pin through that at the end of the handle, which holds it together that way. And finally, we have a friction fit handle. This new series from Benjamin Kamon, essentially it's, I believe it's synthetic material. Essentially, this is a relatively soft material, or it has some play in it, which allows for the tang, which is relatively thick, to, with pressure, fasten on with friction to the actual knife. So with the takedown, usually you would need some kind of a tool to remove the handle, unless it's the friction fit style. With Kamon knives, you usually get a hex key like this, which can slot into the back of the handle and help you remove the handle with that. In the case of this Brook Turner and Jonas Johnson collaboration, Jonas, aka Isasmedjan, has forged a wrought iron key that goes into the forged flathead screw head in the back of the handle so that you can release it. Sometimes with the pinned designs, the craftsperson will also make some kind of a tool to push the pin out, or provide a little hammer for knocking it back in. So apart from offering a great way to remove the handle for cleaning and maintaining your knife, there's also a kind of novelty aspect to it, in that it allows for the craftsperson to accessorize the blade with some kind of extras. So with each of these knives or these handle types, as I've mentioned, they're fastened in different ways. They have different internal design that makes them Well, it's just simply a different experience when it comes to removing them. For example, with the Gen 3 being a friction fit, Ben advises to tap against the side of the board, which will gradually knock the handle off. With the pinned handles from James Oatley, you would need like a hammer or something like that to gently knock the pin out and to fasten it back in again. With the screwed in handles, quite often they firstly will need an Allen key of some type. In the case of Ben's, it's a 2.5mm hex. In the case of Oliver Märtens, it's a 3mm hex. As I mentioned, with the Brook Turner knife, there's a tool that's been specially forged for that. And then apart from the screw, there is often some kind of wax or some kind of sealant that the craftsperson will put around the tang or around the shoulders of the neck of the knife to ensure that it is nicely sealed and that water doesn't get into any of the space inside the handle. So when you do take the knives down, you may find that there's some kind of silicone or adhesive or something like that that's been lightly placed in to create that seal, and that will need to be removed before and replaced when you come back to putting the handle back on. So what we suggest and what a number of other craftsmen suggest is you can either contact them and ask them precisely what they've used to seal it up, or you can always use some kind of Vaseline or some kind of grease will be fine, sufficient. You'll need to carefully wipe it in there around the tang and around the shoulders as it comes into seal. You'll also need something to clean it away, anything that squeezes out as you close it. So we have a few, about half a dozen takedown knives in our inventory at the moment, including 2 knives from Benjamin Kamon in a Giotto and a Santoku, as well as 2 from Oliver Märtens. Both of which are Giottos, one with an integral bolster. We also have a special knife from Brook Turner in collaboration with Jonas Jonsson of Isasmedjan. That one is a massive cleaver with a takedown and a hand-forged tool for removing the handle. We also have a knife from James Oatley with a pinned takedown handle, which is available on the site right now. Apart from that, as mentioned, Benjamin Kamon has lent us, for the time being, or for this video at least, his Gen 3 production knife. These will be available later this year. Essentially, it is all about performance with these. It's a minimalist design. There's no pin or screw fastening. It's a friction fit, as I mentioned. The geometry, the cutting performance, the balance, everything else as far as performance is concerned is there. And these will be available through his newsletter later this year, so make sure you're subscribed there. I will put a link to his newsletter below in the comments, along with links to Jonas, Brook Turner, Oliver Märtens and James Oatley on Instagram or newsletters or whatever they have available, so you can follow those guys. And thanks for watching.